Today on the channel, they say evolution is a mystery. Well, we're going to find out with the Target exclusive Mattel Elite 3-pack Evolution.
And the spirit of Ultimate Warrior will run forever!
Kyle here, and welcome back to the channel for another Target exclusive box set. This time we got the 3-pack of Evolution. But for all your Target exclusive needs, Target. But for all your other wrestling figure needs, hit up Ringside Collectibles. Use discount code Kyle. Save yourself 10%. Of course, going to do this review like we do all the other reviews on the channel. We're going to take a look at the packaging. We're going to talk about it. We're going to unbox it. We're going to talk about it. We're going to see where it goes from there. And Evolution, it's a mystery, as we do know. Motorhead sang it once upon a time in Line in the Sand. Quite the song there, of course. Evolution theme song, that is. But we got Evolution right here. Of course, would have been great to have a 4-pack with Ric Flair. Obviously not currently signed to a Legends deal, apparently, or at least one that allows him to get a figure. So no Ric Flair here. I guess you can pretend to bring your own Ric Flair if you want to. But we get the 3 right here, and probably the 3 most important one of the moment they're trying to celebrate right here. Of course, Orton winning the title up on Batista's shoulders, getting the old thumbs up to the thumbs down. And then, of course, we're on our way with a big feud, a hot angle, as they do say. We first saw this announced and shown off, I believe, at San Diego Comic-Con 2024, if I'm not mistaken. And as I said, this is a Target exclusive. Samoan Dynasty is the current Walmart exclusive. So about twice a year, we're seeing a box set exclusive for both major retailers. And I'm here for that. I love a good box set. This one, however, a little controversial, and I don't know if that's fair quite there, but there's some stuff people do not like with this one, and I guess we'll dive into it. There's some good, there's some bad, there's some ugly, like a lot of action figures, of course, as we do know. And we do know we're going to do this like we do all the other unboxings on this channel. We're going to take a look at the packaging. We're going to talk about it. We're going to unbox it. We're going to talk about it. We're going to see where it goes from there. So let's look at it. Got the box right here. Very cool window box. Now, all that being said, if you're an autograph seeker, wouldn't it be cool to have all 3 signatures on this one? I think that would look pretty awesome if you ask me. Very cool packaging style, very Evolution, kind of like their Titantron, kind of that color right there. You got the WWE up here, Evolution, True Effects, Elite. Got all 3 guys' names there. 2 of the guys get extra heads. Orton gets that brand new World Heavyweight title with his nameplates on there, which is pretty nice. Batista pretty lonely there with his new head sculpt, but no extra accessories with him. There's all 3 boys. The bad boys right there, maybe. Elite Collection, Evolution, Jibber Jabber UPCs. Then we got a little story time on the back, looking very good. And these box sets really make me feel like the old Jakks Ruthless Aggression days, for sure. So always fun to get stuff like this. Evolution represented the past, present, and future of WWE. With Triple H as the leader of the new supergroup, the faction elevated the careers of a couple of young superstars named Randy Orton and Batista. They dominated WWE together until the Raw after SummerSlam 2004. Randy Orton won the World Heavyweight Championship, a title formerly held by Triple H. Batista lifted the new champ on his shoulders, with Triple H giving the thumbs up, only to give Batista the thumbs down. The Animal obeyed, destroying Orton and expelling him from Evolution for daring to put himself at the same level as the game. And as they say, it's all about the game and how you play it. Never forget that one, of course. I remember watching that Raw live as it happened, like I do many a Raw, of course. See you later, goodbye. And I was with my girlfriend at the time, Angie 1, as she was officially known, because I went from one Angie to another Angie. It's so wild how that works there. Evolution background, pretty cool to see that. See you later. And she wasn't too impressed with the old turn right there. She didn't like it. So there it is right there in the old package, the old plastic prison. Got Batista, Triple H, and Randy Orton. I'm going to take this offline, though. I'm going to get these all uncorked, and we'll be back talking all things Evolution. All right, got Evolution out of the pack. Haven't seen that many twist ties since Todd McFarlane's Christmas party, Todd. Never forget. Bobbing for twist ties. He had some apples mixed in there. It was like a crazy time. It was a crazy time over there at the McFarlane residence in beautiful Phoenix, Arizona. Beautiful this time of year. Shout out Todd McFarlane on the couch. But let's dive into these bad boys here. And I guess we'll go Batista first, alphabetical order. Maybe not. We'll just go Batista first. Extra hands for Batista. Got 2 Fists of Fury. got 2 gripping hands for him. So choose your own hand adventure with old Batista. 2 gripping hands, 2 fists of fury. Diving into this Batista, the sleeper one of this set right here. I actually like the head sculpt on this Batista. I kind of like the big laughing maniacal face there. You got the little flavor saver down here, 2 eyes, 2 ears, nose, and a mouth, playing those Batista hits. Beautiful teeth on him as well. But I really like the kind of scraggly longer hair on Batista. Usually when I close my eyes, I think of Batista totally buzzed or shaved totally. So I forget back in the day how he had a little bit more hair at the time. So this does look good. Definitely looks different. New head sculpt for him. I like the looks of it here. And this really feels like Jakks Ruthless Aggression era, where we got Batista after Batista after Batista figure. Very, very nice looking figure all in all here. Now you got the big old tattoo there. You got the huge tattoo on his back. You know we're here for that. A little bit of the tattoos on the other arm as well. Got the maroon elbow pads and knee pads. Very fashion forward matching those two. And then you do got kind of a maroon pair of boots down here with the black laces. Got that very iconic Batista trunks on this one with that design on the front. Then you got Batista on the back. Looking pretty good right there. As far as articulation, all these guys are going to be the same. Walk through it once with Batista. You got the ankles back and forth, side to side, up and down. A little looser than I would like in the ankle right there. Of course, we're a product of Vietnam once again. Boot cut right there as well. Double jointed knees. Now, are we pinless on Batista? What are we doing here? Or we got, we are pinless, it looks like. Yep. Pinless knees on Batista, double jointed. Got that thigh cut. Leg goes up. No issues right there for me. No issue. A little tighter on the left, and it's usually the right, which is a little bit strange if you ask me. Once again, but man, I don't like the looseness in this right foot. Once again, your mileage may vary, but mine is a little looser than I would like it to be. You do get the waist articulation, you got the ab crunch, arms all the way around for us, bicep cut, double jointed pinless elbows. The hits continue. Hands removable back forth side to side, head back forth side to side, removable, but unfortunately he does not have an extra head. The only guy with no extra heads here in this Evolution pack, and he should fit on a ringside collectible stand. Maybe. Using discount code Kyle, save yourself 10%. He's not going to fit. Batista, what are we doing? What are we doing, Batista? Oh, got to make his hole tighter. Somebody's got to work on Dave's hole. I got to get it tighter, but there we go. Fitting on there, kind of. A little bit of a stretch, a little bit troublesome, but we got Batista on a stand. So Batista, I like this one. This one is better than I expected it to be. But the one that a lot of people have issues with all the way back to San Diego Comic-Con all the way to now is this new Triple H. I like what they're going for here, but just for some reason, not really working out. And of course, we do get extra hands. So very interesting. Triple H gets the most hands here. You get 2 gripping hands, 2 Fist of Fury hands, and then you get the 2 thumbs up hands, where he cosplayed it as the Fonz back in the day, if I'm not mistaken. A is what he said, but you do get those hands there. Of course, this is reenacting the evolution we read about on the back of the box. Thumbs up, thumbs down. So we could do that. We can reenact that in our own fig feds if we want to. But this is an interesting figure for sure, and I can see why it's controversial, but we'll look at the head first. Got the big smiling, happy face on Triple H, hair all slicked back into a ponytail. Looking very, very good there. And then the second head, ponytail slipped back, but a lot more determined, a lot more frustrated, I would say, on this one. So you got the emotions of Triple H here, and I could see people using maybe these head sculpts with some other Triple H figures if you wanted to make them different there. But both head sculpts look like Triple H to me. I know who it is. You got the beard going on. 2 eyes, 2 ears, nose and mouth, the usual hits being played. A little open mouth on Triple H, closed mouth. Choose your own head adventure there. But the controversial part of this figure here is, of course, the soft goods jacket, the soft goods shirt, and the soft goods tie. Now, they tried to do that recently with the Mattel Creations exclusive Muhammad Ali. Fell flat on its face. Nobody really liked that figure, and I think a lot of us are Ali'd out, at least the hardcore wrestling fan collectors are. So it just wasn't hitting right with that Muhammad Ali, and I kind of thought it would be maybe just a one-and-done type thing, but now they've done it here. Now, if you go back to the old Jakks days, where I said this gives you a lot of similarities to the old Jakks days, we got a lot of stuff like this. We got Paul Heyman. We got other figures over the years that had soft good outfits with the soft goods tie. And I just think it's the collar and the tie that is just a little bit too much. Now, this stuff is removable. I am not sure how easy it is to get back on him, though. That is the one thing I would definitely watch out for. But a lot of times that tie will curl up on you. The collar especially will ride up on you. So it just makes it, when it's on a shelf, it just doesn't look so good. It looks like a guy wearing like a garbage bag, basically, because when you start layering clothes on an action figure, it gets pretty tough. As far as you want to go is just a jacket or just a shirt, and that's it. But when you layer, 3 different things, including the tie, it just has a lot of chance to look too baggy, and that's what we get with this Triple H. I think we would have liked a molded suit, but then I could see people also saying a molded suit, well, it doesn't feel elite, and it'd be more like a Build-A-Figure or a main event or basic style figure. It's a half dozen of this, half dozen of that. I guess you give us a Build-A-Figure suited Build-A-Figure version of this one. Maybe throw a Batista extra head in there, and maybe that would have worked. Maybe people would have been a little bit happier about that. I don't know, and I'm sure there's somebody out there, maybe somebody watching this, that likes the soft goods. And I always like constant learning, constant improvement. I like companies that take chances. Might have been just too much of a chance with this one because it just looks too baggy for me. But I love the hands. I love the head sculpts on this. So it's not a total, hey, I'm going to throw this in the garbage figure. There's got some redeeming qualities. And like I said, you can strip all this off if you want to. Have him just without a shirt on. Have him with the black Build-A-Figure legs that we got down here. Now, we've seen these legs many a times with Build-A-Figures. Dress shoes going on. Got the pants. Same articulation as Batista. You just get it here in the Build-A-Figure style. Very, very tight joints, but they do move if you need them to. But an interesting Triple H. That's what I'm just going to call it. It's not the best Triple H by any means. It's a moment in time Triple H, but not a bad figure all in all. It's just how well do you like the soft goods? And I enjoy soft goods. I like soft goods on these. It's just too much when you add the tie. That's just my opinion. Once again, shout out your opinion in the comments down below. And now we're going to finish it off with Randy Orton, where he started to take the rocket ship up. He was trying to get out from the shadow, time to move on. And of course, any group, be it the Horsemen, be it any NWO, any group out there over the years, you always have that member where they get built up by being a member, they're getting the rub from the other guys, and then somebody's got to break off, somebody's got to turn against them, and that's what it did. So it elevated Randy Orton to a big name, made him a bigger superstar working, and now we see him as a future Hall of Famer. So I think the evolution definitely worked out in Randy Orton's favor and Batista's favor. Flair, Triple H gave them the rub, got them to the next level, and then we've carried that to this day. Batista retired by now, but Orton's still going strong. He's also going strong with 2 Fists of Fury as his extra hands, 2 gripping hands out of the package. And then we do get the brand new title belt right here. It has the Randy Orton plates on it, which is pretty cool. They've been touch and go with some of that over the last year or two from Mattel. Side plates, name plates, sometimes they're there, sometimes they're not there. We do get the Randy Orton official one here. So you don't want to give this to somebody else. This got to stick with Randy Orton, but I always love getting the big gold title belt. Absolutely love that title. But now we got Randy Orton, and once again, feel like we've been here before. And I feel like the Randy Orton figures, outside of his young era figures, they feel like this body should work. But now the modern day ones, I wish they would buff him up just a little bit. He's grown, he's got size, he's pretty thick in this day and age. So I do think this is good for this era of Randy Orton. But for future ones and current ones, they need to get a new body mold instead of using this one all the time. That is me personally. But you got Randy Orton with the big smiling face. He's happy. He won the title. He should be happy. But the second one, this is where he realizes he's in trouble. Oh no, what have I done? I'm in big trouble right here. So the Tale of 2 Ortons, just like the Tale of 2 Triple H's here. Very cool. And you hardcore Evolution fans, you might need 2 of these sets to display both looks. Who knows? Probably not. Probably not. And if you're a really hardcore fan, you need 3 because you need a mint on card set as well. But Randy's got his tattoos at the time. Funny to see Randy with less tattoos these many years later. You got the tattoos on the arm, the tattoos on the back. You got the very Orton-like trunks, which we saw a ton of times back in the Jakks Ruthless Aggression era. We saw him in every color under the sun, basically, with the same logo from his tattoos. Orton on the back, white wrist tape, 2 black elbow pads, 2 black knee pads, 2 black boots. Once again, got that little bit of a looseness on that right foot. I wonder why that is exactly. I don't know why the right foot has looseness. And then, unfortunately, Vietnam strikes again. We're back in the jungles of Vietnam as we got the bounce back like crazy. We're not getting any movement out of this right leg from him. Very, very disappointing right there. leg does go up. Now, of course, you can complain about these things. You can call Mattel. You can reach out to them on the hotline. They're not going to replace your figure for you. What they're going to do is just send you a random figure. And I haven't done that. Maybe I should. It's not like it's a Mondo figure where it's hundreds and hundreds of dollars where, hey, this better be perfect. I don't want to say I don't expect perfection out of something like this. This should definitely not be happening. This should not be passing quality control at the factory, but apparently it is. But I have reached out in the past, but it's at the point now where, I mean, I'd have like every figure, I'd almost have a free figure, and they'd probably shut me off. They'd say, wait a minute, Kyle, you're running some kind of scam here. And then the other problem is every time I've done it, I've got an extra figure. It's never been anything very good. It's been a lot of leftovers, it feels like. But at the same time, you get a free figure, do what you want with it. I guess you sell it for $5, you got a free $5 if you don't need it in your collection. But if you're having these issues, obviously reach out to Mattel. They're probably going to ask you for some coating on the foot, maybe some coating on the box, depending who you get. But they want to track these things down. But I think it's pretty clear where the issue lies after months of this issue on channels like mine, and I'm sure other people on YouTube's channels, message boards, things like that. So speech over right there. But we do got Orton looking very Orton-like. Articulation on him going to be identical to the other one, so we don't really need to walk through that one. But a very young whippersnapper Randy Orton. Not the youngest Randy Orton figure we've had, but right up there as well. Would love to see more Orton looks throughout the years. And like I said, if they give us more Randy Ortons, let's hopefully we get that new body style on him. I would really like to see that in the future. We'll see what ends up happening. Maybe we'll find out some stuff here at WrestleMania in a couple of months. But there it is, the Evolution Target exclusive 3-pack. It's okay. $65 for this one. We talked about the Samoan Dynasty being $70, that I really struggle with the price point on that. This feels a little bit better because, yeah, okay, $20 or so, $22 for an Elite. Well, Walmart exclusive Elites are $20 on the nose, so that's $60 for 3. Target, I believe, is what, $21.99, so $22 feels about right. However, I always say if you're buying in bulk, you're buying a box set, you should get a little bit of a discount on that. And I did, and if you're smart at Target, you can always get a discount on the Legends and things like these exclusives. I think I end up, after the coupon code they had going on, I got this for like $55. And that feels very fair to me. Obviously, they'll have more coupon codes in the future, Target Circle codes. You always get to be watching that stuff. And from what I've seen after 2 days of this being on the market, every store is having about 4 or 5 in my area. They're going to sell a few right off, but I could see this one sitting around where some of you guys and possibly you gals could find a long game clearance on this one in the future. So we'll see what happens there. But I like what they're doing here. I like these box sets. I hope the box sets keep on coming. Very fun to have between Walmart and Target in 2024 and now into 2025. And maybe by WrestleMania we'll find out what the next 3-pack adventure could be. Or maybe San Diego Comic-Con. We'll see when we get there. But fun for what it is, Evolution. Maybe a little bit of rough price point. Maybe a little bit of rough, depending how you feel about soft goods. But happy to have it in my collection. But what say you guys and gals? You picking this one up? Passing? Long gaming? No gaming? No gaming? Maybe. Let me know in the comments down below. Of course, you made it this far. Give this video the thumbs up. Triple H is giving it 2 thumbs up. Why wouldn't you? Thumbs up the video, subscribe to this YouTube channel and my other YouTube channel. Check out my other, of course, Patreon. My other Patreon? Sure. No, my one and only Patreon. Check that one out. I got all kinds of early access to both channels' videos, monthly Q&As, giveaways, you name it, all the glamour shots. It's all over on Patreon. And best of all, you do support the channel. You can also pick up the Complete Guide to the Jakks Class Superstars book by yours truly, just shy of 700 pages. Available digitally now, as well as Amazon and Barnes & Noble. Sir Paul64 on the X, _Kyle_Peterson on Threads, and on Instagram. And, of course, TikTok, too. Don't forget that. But for Evolution, I am Kyle. See you guys all real soon.